We're here to give you the game so you don't get your shot blocked. We made the mistakes so you won't have to. Free game.
Jerahmeel, glad to have you on board, my brother.
For sure.
Been working with you for some years. You know, this is a long-awaited interview, I feel like. You know, you just got a lot of wisdom to bestow on myself, young men and adults alike. I know you go by another name, but, you know, respectfully, we'll address that a little bit later. We'll touch bases on it.
Okay.
Where you from?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I moved down to Houston about 3 years ago.
Got you. What was it like living out there in Cleveland?
Cleveland is pretty rough. It's a sink or swim based off of the economics. The economics is not it's not the best, and it's not huge either. Cleveland used to be like a little New York back in the day, years ago, but it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. You have more urban areas than you have suburban areas. So the culture that creates, it's like I'm a use the crab in the bucket mentality, but it's more so like if I'm a personal trainer and you're a personal trainer, I can step on your toes by making a small pivot. That's how the economics is in Cleveland, Ohio. So it's pretty rough living in Cleveland.
Yeah, man, just from talking to a lot of people, I had a colleague who recently lost her nephew, you know what I'm saying, due to gun violence. Any near-death experiences with you specifically while living out there?
Yeah, so I've had near-death experiences, a few that I probably want to say on here, but I guess I'll open up. So I had a case. I actually beat the case, thank God. And this case was based off of basically like attempted murder, armed robbery, and stuff like that. So with that said, I was in a position where me and my co-Ds, we did some things that we weren't supposed to. With that said, we ran into some people that we shouldn't have ran into. And it was a near-death experience, as you can probably tell. You can use your imagination. It was guns drawn and things like that. And then we get on the freeway leaving from doing the bad stuff that we did, and the police was right there barricaded waiting for us, guns drawn and everything. So I would say that's a near-death experience. And then also me and my brother being younger, and we had to jump through the window, you know, getting shot at. We had to run in the backyard and jump through our window, literally like shoot the window open. We fight each other to get through the window. You know what I mean? So it was definitely a lot of near-death experiences in Cleveland, Ohio.
Nah, that's wild. That's wild. I remember, you know, us chopping it up one day at work, and you were telling me about this man, you know, that you had seen, you and your friends had seen at the store.
Yeah.
That,
yeah.
You know, you remember?
Yeah. So this is funny, right? So me and my boy Lee and my brother, and it was about 7 of us. We all were sitting in like this huge open parking lot, and we were leaving from playing something. We were doing something, I don't know, it was something, maybe any bounce or whatever 16, 17-year-old kids were doing, right? And we were sitting on the gate, and this guy he was walking by, and we see like his shirt is drenched in like red stuff and chunks of stuff on this, but we're not paying attention to that, right? We're just like completely oblivious. So he came up to us and said, hey, do y'all know where 140th is? Because we were on Kinsman. 140th is. I'm like, yeah, it's over here. He said, man, I just shot my wife, man, in the head with a shotgun. And then that's when we looked at his shirt and was like, man, what the? And we all was like, oh man, we gotta, what the? And we just all backed up like, bro, what's going on? And so then that's when we start realizing, wait, helicopters is you hear police sirens, you hear helicopters and stuff like that. It was wild because we went in the house about a couple minutes later and you see it on the news. That's when the news was popular. We had a big old box TV sitting on the floor and we were watching the news, and that man was on the news. He blew his wife's head off. Her head was literally gone. Most of her brains was on his shirt.